Where there is love, I'll be there. I reach out my hand to you. I have faith in all you do. Just call my name, I'll be there.
We got the C for the chicken and the H for the hen with the I on the internet. Can't you see that's where she's been? K is for crazy chicken lady. 2EN, 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 chicken LADY. That chicken lady fly. Let that chicken lady fly. That chicken lady fly. So let that chicken lady fly.
Okay, cluck, everybody. It's been so long. Sorry. So, the last Front Porch series, I was telling y'all it was my birthday coming up. I got COVID on my birthday. Go me. Yay me. It wasn't a super bad case, but it happened. So I didn't feel like going live that week. And then my phone decided to conk out on me, which it had been coming. I knew it was coming. It was almost paid off, and I was trying to not use the insurance, which I didn't. I just, paid it off and got a new one. But it took forever because of holidays and all that crap. So today we're doing corn. So I didn't grow this corn. I got it from somebody else. I bought a dozen of one kind, and I cannot remember the name of it. But he gave me this specific ear for free. It's another kind. It's some kind of special kind. It's called Golden. What is it called? Golden Queen, I think. So we're going to do these up, and I give all of my stuff that I'm not going to eat. I give that to my critters. So we'll have a bucket here. Usually grubs have worms in them. I'll be putting some of those in for the chickens. And what I do with these is I blanch them. The ones that I don't eat immediately, I blanch them and freeze them. So let's get to it. Oh, meow. Meal time. How many of y'all know that song? Here comes the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail, and when it comes, I want to wail. Meow! My kid, my oldest, loved Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues. You gotta find the first problem. Okay. So yeah, shucking corn. But yeah, how's everybody's tomatoes doing? My tomatoes, I just got I actually got 3 off this week. One I took off a little prematurely because the ones that I'm getting off right now that are ripening are German Johnsons. And boy, they crack easy. So, and we've been getting lots of, thunderstorms that are, you never know when they're coming. So I do that first, by the way. Usually when they have the long stems, I break it off. And I saw that once have y'all seen these corn shucking contests? I noticed that they were doing that, and I was like, okay. So that's why I started doing that. How many of y'all used to do this when y'all were little and y'all find the worms and y'all freak out? And oh my God, I remember just like throwing corn to the ground. Oh my God. My grandma being like, it's just a worm. So, but yeah, the goats eat these typically. Every now and then they don't. Look at that. That's a pretty piece of corn right there. I'm going to put that separate. I'm probably going to cook that up today and split it. All right, so I've got a dozen of these others. And I didn't find not one worm in that one. But corn always has worms. I've never done a thing of corn and not found worms, unless they're from the grocery store, which the reason there ain't worms is because they put chemicals all over it. Blech. So I'm going through this thing right now. It's called perimenopause. Oh, hey, Miss Snarf. This one's at least had a worm in it at some point. Anyway, So what that is for anybody who doesn't know, it's basically I'm starting to go through the other stuff, right? But I'm still having like lots of symptoms of menstrual symptoms, which sometimes they coincide, like they're at the same time, and that happened recently. And y'all pray for my household when that happens, because like I might cook you the best meal of your life, or I might throat punch you for asking me to make you a Pop-Tart. I mean, that's just how it is right now. And I don't drink anymore. And I'm starting to think maybe I should start again, because my feelings are going to turn into felonies pretty soon. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody. I feel bad for my husband. Because he's trying to like not be a man. But man, he's still one. And boy, does it drive me crazy sometimes. All right, this was actually a couple of weeks ago. If y'all been with me for a while, y'all know I talk about how my husband messes. I think it's like a daily goal of his to mess up every dish in the house. And I'm the one that washes dishes, obviously. So it drives me crazy. But a couple of weeks ago, my husband comes to me and says, do you think it's possible do you think it's possible, can we use less water to wash the dishes? First off, the fact that he said we automatically just like, ugh. And then I looked at him, I said, what is this? Or are you trying to die? Is this a suicide by wife attempt? Because it might work. And he was like, never mind. I was like, good, go back to work. Yeah, it's been a little hectic around here. So, one thing that one of my viewers told me, the silks, somebody said you can make a tea out of it and it's really good for urinary health. And I personally don't have too many issues there, but we did keep some and dry them out just for that, just in case. So the animals are all pretty good. Lucy, y'all remember my orange stray kitty that showed up down in the field one day? Actually, while I was doing a video, it's still on video. And my husband was like, we're not keeping that cat. And I was like, I didn't really want another cat at that point either. I was like, I know, we're just going to let her kind of stay down at the chicken coop. That's when the chicken coop was down in the field. And she hung out with the chickens. She didn't have no problem with them. I'd give her a little bit of food sometimes. Well, every time I went down there, but don't tell me. I did feed her. So that's probably why she stayed. But she just, she was just such a sweet cat. I actually didn't start feeding her until, though, I noticed she doesn't have a home. But anyway, she ended up warming her way right into my husband's heart. And, she kind of became his kitty. She's not doing so good now. I honestly, I don't see her living out the month. We took her to the vet, and they were just like, I'm actually switching vets because of this. They were like, we don't know what's wrong with her. And, there's something wrong with her. And so they took x-rays, and I actually sent the x-rays. I got a copy of the x-rays, and I sent them to my sister's best friend is a vet. And I had her, and she's right. She was like, yeah, there's something going on with her legs. And they were like, yeah, she was like, I don't see anything wrong. Just listen to what they tell you to do. And what they said to do is leave her be. And there's something wrong with her. It might not be in the bone or whatever, but she's lost a lot of weight, and she's pretty much at this point, we're hospice. And it's sad. So, all of the other animals are doing good. Snarf the stray kitty. We're not sure what we're going to... we're going to keep her inside after she had the babies. But she doesn't... she never acclimated inside. She's definitely an outdoor kitty. So we're going to, like, let her kind of hang out, be an outdoor kitty. But I don't know. She's just so territorial. So we're looking into options. If we can find a better suited home for her, we might. And no. Go. We don't knock. No. I got a new phone on this tripod. If you knock it over, I'm going to be super bent. There's a grubby. Yay. I know, now I'm happy when I find grubs because I get to give them to my chickens. And they enjoy them. But so all the goats are doing good. I've been already kind of mapping out because I got 3 boys and I got 2 girls. And I will be breeding and selling boys and keeping females because I'm going to be using the goats for milk. And so I've been kind of mapping out the best way because Lester and Earl, who are 2 of the boys, they're brothers. But so basically, I'm going to have to be very careful as far as breeding them, who I breed who with what, because of that. So what I'm thinking is, also, I'm kind of looking at colors. June is such a chocolatey color. I'm thinking about letting her... I'm thinking about her and Earl being first, because Earl's mostly white. He's got like a couple of black and brown splotches on him. So I don't know if I'll do them first, but I'm thinking that Earl will be Lucy's, or not Lucy, June's first beau. All the baby chickens are doing good. So Poppy and Lottie and Flash and Stephanie, excuse me. They are just having so much fun with the baby goats. The baby goats aren't necessarily having fun with them. Baby goats being Maybelle and June. They're not necessarily having fun with them, but the chickens are just loving it. It's really neat to see. It's funny though. I'll hear the mainly Maybelle. Maybelle gets so mad when they eat her food. I'll hear her out there just going crazy. I'm like, oh, those chickens are eating her food again. There we go. Sometimes it is hard to break that stem off. Let's see, what else is there? What else is going on? We do need a secret word because we're getting late. So our secret word today will be bag. B-A-G. Bag. Let's see. I feel like there's more stuff that I really wanted to tell y'all. Next week, we're actually going to pick a topic, I think, and try to stick to it. But let's see, what do I got? This will be halfway done when I get to this one. So I'll finish this one out, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, seriously, I want to know how everybody's garden's doing, because man, this weather it's hit or miss right now because of the water and the heat, and it's been doing pretty good for ours at the moment, but it's also like right there on the border where it could be too much water, it could be too much sun at any given point. So we had floods. Our basement flooded. Was it last week? Maybe the week before? I can't remember. But there's been bad floods a little bit east of here. So, and prayers go out to all the people in Texas. And I was telling my husband, I hope they fare better than Western North Carolina, because we still haven't been able to rebuild that way. And it looks, well, all right, so when it first happened, it just looked apocalyptic up there. It really did. I mean, it was really sad. And now it's getting there, but it still looks really bad. It's crazy. I mean, you can't believe it until you see it. It's just one of those things. So I really hope that Texas fares better. I feel like they will, because even though it was a government issue with us, and I know that there's a different administration, but I also think it's a state government issue. And not to talk too much crap about my state, but I do believe Texas has probably got a better state government than we do. So prayers to them. And cluck cluck, everybody. We are going to finish these off screen. So what I do is I blanch them. I drop them in for into boiling water for a few minutes. I put them in a bag. You can put them in a Ziploc bag if you want, but I'm going to be vacuum sealing and freezing these. So, and also, like, you always have the bad spots. I'll cut those off before I do any of that. All right, cluck cluck, everybody.